Hi there, welcome back to my YouTube channel. My name is Daniel and I'm super excited to be here talking to you. Please, if you're new on my channel, do me a favor by subscribing and becoming a part of this family that I'm building on YouTube. I say that all the time. Sorry. Alright, so like this video, leave me a good comment and enjoy. So today I'm going to be answering a question that I have been asked a couple of times, and I'm like, let me just come on here and make a video. So I think one lady specifically who found herself in a situation where a young man wanted to get married to her, but because she was in school, according to her, she had to say no. And then she found out that I am still a student and I got married regardless. So she asked me, like, how did I know I was ready? How did I know I could manage my marriage and school? And to be honest, if I sit down here to tell you that I had all that figured out before I said yes, I will be lying to you. Sometimes all you need to figure out is the first step, and every other thing will just come falling into place. And what do I mean by the first step? Is the person the one? Is it your time? Because we human beings who are so perfect in, painting how we want our lives to be, forgetting that God eventually, or in reality, is the author and the finisher of our faith. God already has your life scripted out. God already knows what's going to happen and what is going to happen, what is going to happen. All right, for me as a human being, right? The year I had calculated I was going to be done with school, that year passed and I'm still not done. Why? Because of unforeseen circumstances. I didn't know that the government ASU is going to keep me at home for this long period of time, right? But there was a man in my life. I knew he was the one. I knew I was ready. And I had peace of mind. And I went into it anyways. Did I have questions? Did I have my reservations? Of course I did. But the voice of go ahead was louder than the voice of do not go. Let me tell you the truth, like for any step you're going to take in your life, you're going to have obstacles, you're going to have reasons not to do it. Or for anything you want to do, you're going to have reasons not to do it. But be sure, just know the why. You don't always have to have it all figured out. That business, that job, that career path you want to take, and your marriage inclusive, like you just have to, like I said, let the first step be clear. Let the first step you need to take be clear. And if God is the one controlling you, if God is the one you have handed everything over to, you are not going to have any cause to regret. Now let me make everything clear by highlighting how I knew I was ready and why I went ahead regardless. The first thing for me would be because it was time. Like I said, everybody's time is different. There are some persons whose best time to get married is when they are done with school, when they are already working, when they have their life going on for them, And for some persons, you find your purpose in marriage. Like, I'm going to explain that. You find fulfillment of your purpose in marriage. For some, they get the job before they get married. Some, the marriage comes with the job. Some start fulfilling their purpose before marriage. And for some others, marriage comes with the fulfillment of their purpose. Like, it differs for everyone. So you need to know your time. And your time is not something anybody can come and tell you, it's your time, it's your time. As a matter of fact, there are going to be oppositions. The voice of opposition will be almost louder than the voice of, go. So it was time. Everybody's time is different. There is never, how do I say it? Your time is not the best. The time society have postulated is not the best. God's time is the best. The Bible said something that for every single thing under the earth, there is a time, there is a season. So God's time for your life is the best, not after you have graduated, not after you have gotten the job, or not even when you are in school. God's time. So just know, for me, it was time. I knew it was time. The Second thing for me was because I already had an idea of what I wanted to do with my life. You can say I already had an insight to my purpose. I tell people all the time, purpose is not a destination, purpose is a journey. It comes by the day, it unravels itself by the day. Like, so it comes, and as it comes we take it all in. So for me, I already had like a slight idea of what I wanted to do. The easiest way to know a little about your purpose is having a personal relationship with your creator, having a personal relationship with the person who created you. God had purpose in mind before he created you. A lot of people think, okay, maybe God created me first, then he now said, let me even figure out what I will do with this person. But no, God created a purpose. He created an assignment, and he thought to himself, who should I create for this particular assignment? See it in the Bible. God created like almost everything, and then the last thing God created was we, right? He created human, and then he was like, okay, take charge of this assignment that I had already created. So God would create a purpose and create you for it, and you can't know everything about your purpose as it goes. The first purpose for every human being is to have a personal relationship with your creator. So for me, I already had an idea, so it was only wisdom for me to go with someone who complements that purpose and whose purpose in turn I complemented. So I mean, if you're around me, from the little you've seen, you would know that, okay, I did not marry wrong, right? Third thing for me would be I had an understanding of the purpose of my marriage. Not completely, please don't get me wrong. Don't go there and come and say that you need send. Please, nobody should misquote to me. All right, so let me say this, right? Something that I learned personally by the help of the Holy Spirit. Every marriage has a divine assignment, to be honest. Let me not lie for you guys. There are some people who God bring them together, and that's why you shouldn't go into marriage anyhow, to be honest. And am I saying that even after you figured all this out, you will still argue? Okay, let me not be a prophet of doom. There are some people that are of the opinion that, oh, we have never argued in my marriage in all my 5 years. I don't know how now they do it, because this is my own. We do argue and we do settle. So that was a digression. Let me come back. So like every marriage has a divine purpose, right? God will not just bring, okay, see Adam and see Eve. God had already given Adam an assignment, and he said, let me look for a helpmate for this person to come complement and assist this person for this assignment, right? There was already like an assignment. We've seen it, like there are so many, couples helping us to make this thing even more glary. There are other couples who God says, okay, you know what, show the world the academia aspect of Christianity. For some, show the world, teach the world marriage. For some others, you know what, teach people the business aspect of God. Like all manner, like just you figure it out. So like I don't know, maybe because I was so intentional. Go ahead and watch my Trusting God for a Life Partner story. You would get more insight to this stuff. So I already had an idea. So, and then this guy came. It was more of like the similarity between me and my husband's this thing. Like it was too much. I'm like, this cannot be a coincidence. Like we would talk about the future alike and all that. So it was so obvious that we were headed towards the same direction. Let me not dwell on this point for too long. So the next thing that I knew that I was ready, regardless of me being in school, was the fact that I knew personally that I was ready. It's just when you're ready for marriage, you'll not even be asking people, do you think I'm ready? The reason why I'm asking people, do you think I'm ready, is because you're not ready. Because if you're ready, you will know that you're ready. Like, how do I say, you just know that it's time. For me, it got to a point that my relationship became a distraction. I knew I needed to get it out of the way already, because every bucket list I needed to tick had been ticked already. Like I wasn't ready to spend forever in a relationship, right? It wasn't like we dated for so long. We dated for like 2 years before we got engaged. 2 years now, yeah, 2 years. I don't have time to calculate. So yeah, I just knew that I was ready. And so when you are ready, you will not even need asking people, oh, do you think I'm ready? School will not be stopping you. But there are some people that school needs to stop them. Like I said, it differs for people. So this is for me, and I hope that it does help you as well. That is why you need to know yourself. You need to have a conversation with yourself. You need to know what you want, right? I'm not sitting here as one who would say, okay, I'm perfect, I had it all figured out, like I said in the introduction of this video. I'm just saying what I think and what I believe. And that even after all this thing, now, it doesn't mean that, okay, maybe there are not times where I would feel like, okay, maybe I should have done this differently. But then there's always that reminder of, no, you did the right thing. That's what you should have done, right? Like, I'm saying this to say that the perfect will of God does not come without battles. It does not come. You heard my story of how we had to go through all that stress before marriage and all that. The reason why the devil is fighting should also be a pointer that you are doing the right thing, to be honest, because the devil will not disturb himself to come and fight you when what you are doing is wrong. As a matter of fact, he will aid you, he will assist you to doing the wrong thing. But when he knows that you're on track, he will fight you, honestly. So I'm here to encourage anyone watching this video who is at a junction in their lives. You want to move ahead, but you have restrictions, you are in doubt, you don't know what to do, you're like, oh, like you have so many reasons not to do it. I'm here to encourage you. If you are sure and it is the right thing, yes, there are going to be obstacles, but please do it anyway. You'll be excited that you made that decision. Don't let anything hold you back. Go ahead and take that move. You will be glad you did. Bye. Subscribe. It unravels it. Hey, let me not bite my tongue, sha.